Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Jack. How's it going?
Good. How's it going?
Good.
Is there two of you here?
Yep.
Nice. You guys work on the marketing agency together, or what?
Yeah, we're partners.
Cool. Do you want to do a short introduction? Would be cool.
Yeah. So, my name's Chris. Partner's name's Alex. We've been doing marketing and whatnot for different both Web2 and Web3 companies for a while now. A lot of our, for example, I guess it's more coins, so I'll focus more on the crypto side because we do traditional Web2 advertising. We do advertising for events, John Summit, Chris Renzo, stuff like that. And then we also, on the Web2 or Web3 side, we started off with a lot of marketing for the OG coins, which were a couple of years ago, into NFT projects. And then obviously now the coins are kind of what's popping up again right now. For example, we've ran up Bob. We've done help with Peppy 2.0. I think those are the two main ones that we've been helping with. Obviously, it's taken up a lot of our time. And then obviously those two are notable, so it's easy to find. So primary marketing stuff that we usually do is it's just traditional, we just, campaigns that we run, right? So it's different influencers, different partnerships and whatnot. But the big thing with a lot of coins that are successful is that it's not just buying a bunch of retweets and stuff like that. What's really successful is getting partnerships with tier one influencers that you then basically leverage, and they basically become the spokesperson for they basically become the spokesperson for everything, if that makes sense. So for example, with Peppy, it was basically one of the Bored Ape Yacht Club founders, not Yargo Labs or not Yugo Labs or something like that was the guy's name. I forgot his name on the top of my head. But for example, he basically was the spokesperson for Peppy. Would do the threads, would talk about it. Basically, in infinite bold, I would always be talking about Peppy. And it's the same with every coin. Bob had one. Peppy 2.0 has people that do that. So it's not just so much about running random campaigns or random call groups. It's about having those in-depth partnerships. So, when we look more into coins that we choose to work with or want to work with, that's kind of the stuff that applies. Is it a long-term project? Is it properly set up, funded, community members, mods, all that good stuff? So that's the quick elevator pitch.
Awesome. Appreciate it. And did you both get a chance to look at all the materials? I know I sent it to Alex, but how about you?
I got to glance over it quickly. But yeah, if you just give an overarching summary type deal.
Summary would be, at the core, meme religion is how it's represented, but there's a lot of depth. There's obviously an application that's live on the store. It works like TikTok, Instagram Reels. There's a wallet being added into that. The idea is, obviously, Web3 sucks in the terms of onboarding users. So it's that's going to happen through social. Boom, we have a social media application, which actually has real world unique value prop, which is doing the opposite of the engagement algorithm. It's getting pretty popularized by Social Dilemma, Center for Humane Tech, Tristan Harrison, Daniel Schmaltenberger, and those types of rationalist people. And then just a lot of people waking up to the fact that engagement algorithms are inherently pretty toxic. So overall then, why meme religion? a lot of the bets here are done on like inevitables. It's inevitable that we'll create a platform that sorts videos based on maximizing value for users rather than trying to extract the most from them. So that's one inevitable. I think another inevitable in the crypto space is the largest token is going to be attention-based, representing a social platform, mimetic, and then have deep aspect of people really joining it like a cult. That's sort of why Bitcoin worked in the beginning. It was originally a vision to get off of the central banking currencies. So Bitcoin did really good as an initial religion, but it lost the narrative when it went mass market. Didn't really have a leader or leading team, etc. And then you have the meme tokens, which do really, really well at garnering attention, but they have no depth. They have no deeper vision. So it's definitely playing on the middle of that Venn diagram. More religious than Bitcoin, more mimetic than Doge. That's why I chose Holy Bible. Obviously, everyone in America gets the vibes pretty quick off of that. And then there is like a web app as well that I had developed, which basically I'll be hosting a competition to write the best text, sharing it. It tracks views per person who submits their own post. That's on app.holybible.com. So basically then we're going to, if you load it up there, there was just an update pushed out on it yesterday, actually. It'll show you the reward metrics. We're doing, rewarding like 12 disciples with like 20,000 bucks worth of the Bible. And then there is an NFT line. I have no plans to launch it. It's really just more so showing depth for future once the community is built. But I think starting with the token is where I'm thinking. And then as some other background, all the mod stuff, all of that, super simple for me. I've been running a venture studio and we have like a recruiting firm, so I have unlimited access to talent and just like pushing shit and getting it done. Where I'm looking at with the project right now is getting those strategic partnerships. And what that looks like somewhat is I started talking to some VC friends. That's obviously interesting because they have access to centralized exchanges and different listings that they could offer. So I'm kind of exploring doing a VC round. I have another group who wants to push me through pink sale and take a cut. And I'm definitely in the period where I accumulate more money for the project rather than spend more. And I know that's one aspect that's kind of where I'm at and what I'm exploring. Obviously, we can set stuff up for the future when the money's accumulated to then spend it and see what you guys have to offer. But, the more interesting stuff right now, of course, is going through that process.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. And then when were you like looking to launch?
I don't have a set date.
Is there a okay, so you thinking like this month, next? Well, I assume it'd probably be like next month sometime.
Yeah.
It'll just be depending on the partnerships.
Yep.
And then specifically in partnerships, are you looking for like just need influencers? Do you need like tier one, or kind of what are you looking for?
People who are on it for the long-term vibes, who see the deeper vision. So, yeah, anyone who has strategic value to add, then you sort of look at, okay, how much value do you potentially have to add, and then allocate accordingly.
Interesting. Okay. Because we have access to like Pentoshi and BitBoy, and BitBoy's kind of sucks now, but like we have access to some of these like larger influencers, but they usually have like requirements. So for example, like hey, we're not gonna be able to run up. We won't be able. I won't be able, like, for example, Pentoshi. He won't touch a project unless it's over 10 mil market cap. Strong community, like a bunch of factors, right? Like if it's actually gonna run up, type deal. And then he can bring in like volume like that way. So, is there a do you need like obviously everyone wants like tier one type influencers, like say like a Pentoshi, right? But do you need like additional or like Nico would be good too, but like do you need those influencers like the C and the like D, C, and B level influencers? Like do you still need those too? Or do you already have those covered? Because you basically need like those in level, right? You need like the D and the C level influencers to then get up to the C and B level to then get up to the A level, right? Because as you use different influencers,
I think that's true when it comes to like when you're marketing the project a lot. I do think that there's a difference with like deeper relationship versions where if they explore the project and I'm having a video made that kind of explains all the stuff I talked about but in a more authoritative way. I think I think if you dive into the stuff, you'll see that there's more here than, I don't know, I personally haven't seen a project with more depth yet. Having a fully developed app launched and everything, the multiple websites, there's a rabbit hole you can go down as well. There's Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's definitely cool. So what we'll do is, given this information, we'll kind of go back and come up with a kind of like idea of what we're thinking, like a step-by-step of like, okay, phase one, we want to get like these people on board, which could be like seen as like advisors. Phase two, right, we'll then use like these level influencers to start getting some general hype to get people to hype it up and like get people active and whatnot. Then like kind of phase it out of what we're thinking. I think that'll probably be the best plan of action.
Sure.
Perfect. Let me check. Yeah, does that sound good? And then I'll take a look too through like the like your Holy Bible and all that stuff. I'll take a look through that too, just to get an idea of the product and stuff, and then we can go from there. So look at the Twitter real fast. Yeah, it looks like it's brand new. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Twitter and stuff, all the social media, all the marketing, that's not been the focus. It's been developing real shit that has long-term potential, actually providing a unique value proposition to people in Web 2. That's kind of how the mass onboarding can actually happen, is
right.
Doing a crypto wallet. So we'll be able to just advertise the app, unlike how you can't really advertise a lot of crypto stuff. If it's just crypto, we'll be able to do marketing purely towards the app, which, resonates with people a lot in terms of having a feed that helps you. And yeah, that's exciting. You can see the pitch deck there in the Telegram. I pinned it. So that's where a little bit of this is exciting for me to go towards. It's more like a tech company that we're using Web3 to incentivize community and to kind of just build a community focused around people becoming their highest selves. And I do think that when it comes to the marketing, there's so much meme potential of like, we're definitely going to print some Holy Bible books and pamphlets and put preachers out on universities with like megaphones, all the good stuff like that. Then have them preach about how TikTok's the devil and to repent and go to the vibes, just like lots of meme shit like that. And I think I don't think I've seen that where there's actually real fucking, like, then when you look into it, it's like, oh shit, this is true. And the engagement algorithm is inherently like actually the fucking devil for people. It wants to keep you in bed all day. Originally I was running a philanthropy, funnily enough, systemicaltruism.com. You can look it up. Well, I filed that, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this through the growth hacking method, and I'm going to go back into crypto and build something fucking real and win the game there.
Yeah.
There's just not...
That's very cool.
There's just not been a lot of effort to actually win. Since you know, you can just make cash. But yeah, I don't think any projects truly have long-term visions. So hopefully you see that here, and I think once you do, it becomes more exciting.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I'm just thinking. Yeah, no, I think that's like good, and that helps give more insight, and then
that's a piece of it too. I have a 501c3. It's pending for this, but that's a cool part of it that we'll be doing. When we donate to charity, it'll still enter the ecosystem that we have set up. We can get other projects probably to work with our foundation.
Yes, that's first. So yeah, let us go back, take a look at everything, get kind of a couple stage plan, and then toss it back to you, and then we can go from there.
Sounds good. Good to meet you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, nice meeting
you too.
Have a beautiful day.
Yep. You too.
Cheers.